It doesn't matter if you get beat up. What's the most important thing is that you can stand back up. You get back up and keep trying. You know, you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. There's a saying that sometimes with a hammer, sometimes with a nail. Learn to accept both. My name is Professor Elias Gallegos, and I'm a 4th degree black belt in BJJ Jiu Jitsu, and I'm also the owner and head instructor of the Gallegos Jiu Jitsu Association headquarters. I'm gonna be really honest, at a young age I was hurting, and I was an angry kid. You know, I had been molested as a kid, and I needed an outlet. If I didn't find that outlet, I would have ended up in jail. What Jiu-Jitsu gave me was a family. I thought I was all alone. I thought nobody understood what I was going through. And then I ended up meeting a bunch of other guys that were going through the same thing. And on top of that, we were learning how to fight. So for a guy, I found my brotherhood. You know, I found a family, I found a team, I found people that looked after me, that cared for me. And it really did save my life. It really did save my life. My philosophy, the philosophy of my school and all those underneath me, it's not about fighting, it's not about tournaments, it's not about anything. It's health, hope, and healing through the power of Jiu-Jitsu. And not everybody can be a world champion, but everybody can learn how to defend themselves. Everybody can learn to have confidence in themselves. Everybody can learn to wake up in the morning, look at themselves in the mirror, and love themselves. Because when I started, I didn't do those things. I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't feel good about myself. I didn't have confidence in myself.
I want to share something about Manny. So, a lot of you guys kind of know my story a little bit, but a few years ago, you know, I was going through a real thing with my addiction and my depression and suicide, and every once in a while, and I never told you this, Manny, but every once in a while, Manny I would be gone for like a month. I wouldn't show up to class. You know what I mean? I would just be in my fucking bed thinking about pulling the trigger, or on a binge, and just going through all this shit. When I would show up, you don't know how impactful your words were. And your words were very simple to me. Hey, Professor, we need you. Good to see you in class today. Great class. And that was it. That was all. And then I'd leave again for 3 weeks, and not show up, and do my thing, and then Manny again would see me and say, hey, Professor, I need you. Great class today. Good to see you. That's one of those things that pulled me out. So for you, I tell you, thank you.
Now, my style of Jiu-Jitsu is going to be strictly self-defense. So we do weapons training, we do a lot of striking on the ground in Jiu-Jitsu. And that is the biggest reason that 90% of all my adult students are military and law enforcement, because they know that I offer the tools to bring them home safely.
It's next to impossible to come through this line of work and not lose someone that's very close.
It shouldn't happen by their own hand on home soil.
It rips my heart in half.
This is his outlet and a way to bond.
It's helped me reconnect with my family and my friends. It's a life changer.
It's really important for me to be able to share the knowledge that I have and the information that I have, because I have a lot of, it's personal for me. I have a lot of family members that are law enforcement officers. And, you know, what Jiu-Jitsu teaches is it teaches how to be calm in chaos. And for most Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, they carry that out into the street, into the real world. So a lot of times when you see a law enforcement officer on, you know, on Instagram or on social media that's beating somebody up, or that the thing is taken out of context because they lost their cool, they lost their composure, simply being in a Jiu-Jitsu class helps you to understand. You have a lot more leeway, you have a lot more grace for people. And so that's what I'm just trying to give, to extend out to the law enforcement community, you know. But I also work with high potential youth, which used to be called at-risk youth. You know, a lot of them feel like they don't have a family, and they get that here. I also work with female survivors of rape and domestic violence. So I have a psychologist who works for the nonprofit, and we provide the therapy for them. What I'm really building here is leaders. I'm building people with purpose. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a destination for your life, short-term, long-term, you will always 100% end up in a place you don't want to be. So where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be in 5 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Okay? Whatever your answer is, what's the plan to get there? Because a goal without a plan is just a wish. It's a dream. And there's a lot of people that die with their dreams in their pocket. So what I try to teach them here is how to achieve those by planning things out. So my students, that's what they learn from me. My platform is just jiu-jitsu. They learn how to be better people. They learn how to heal themselves. They learn how to understand the importance of prioritizing their energy output. Not their time, but their energy output. If you can do that, you'll be successful wherever you go. And that's my hope for them.
You know how they say it's lonely at the top? If you say it's lonely at the top, you're doing it fucking wrong. It should never be lonely at the top. You take your boys with you, and you have the support system. Those people that say it's lonely at the top, I don't know about that. I don't know what it's like to be lonely at the top. I take my people with me.
Let's go.
Right? So